Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Lobotomy. And what seemed to me like a walk in the park turned out to be a horrible nightmare. I did some really bad rolls, and now we are in a situation where we have a ton of monsters on the board. We have over here the Antichrist. We have a Guardian here. By the way, if you wonder why I'm actually painting a few miniatures, a Slasher is attacking Allison at the moment, and lots of these standard monsters. The Warden is at 6 at the moment, so that might be still okay. Allison is in a lot of trouble. She took... Well, actually, she was lucky. She is at 2 hits only. She might now be able to kill these 2 monsters, but she doesn't have any more pills except for the ones here. And I think there she only has 2 more charges. So we'll see. Ridley starts. She wants to open that door and then make a run here with the goal to end up here and somehow try to exercise this altar. It's going to be extremely tough to get to this altar. The only way is to move down that corridor like this, but we have the Antichrist there, so maybe I'm just waiting until that guy moves down the corridor and then I lure him somewhere else. I don't know if I'm in the shape to fight this guy. So first we got to try to open the door. It's locked, so we got to do an imagination test there. Ridley has 7 dice, which is not bad. She needs 2 successes, so a 4, 5, or 6. And she exactly has... No, actually she had even more. So the door is open. That was her first action. And now she's got 3 actions left. And that would be enough to move 1, 2, 3 right here. And then it's Allison, and she has to do the attacks. So she starts attacking the Slasher. She takes another pill. Which allows her then to wait a second. 1. No. Yeah, to do this attack here. So that's 1 action, 8 dice, plus 2 to the attack roll. We should not forget that the Slasher has... Oh shit. He also has avoidance. I forgot that. He has an avoidance value of 5. So every damage that I actually do to him can be avoided if he rolls a 5 or higher. So I didn't do that. Until now, he had taken 4 damage. So I will roll again here. Oh shit. Oh boy, that's it. We know, but it's really looking bad. So Allison, she takes, again, this die here. She now uses 8 dice. And we see how much damage we can do this time. Slasher has 2 shield. Man. Again, not the best roll. Well, it's actually, this one is a good roll. Okay. So we do 3 hits. Plus 3. And another one. So that was very good. That was very good. So we did 7 hits now. So that was good. The slasher would take 5 hits, but he might be able to avoid some of them. Yeah, okay. He avoids 2, so that means he takes 3 hits. So again, we gotta do 2 more hits. Boy. So let's see that we can get a little bit of light here. So now it's a okay, so she only did 1 attack until now, right? So it's a second action now, and she uses now the last pill that she has, and she has to discard that. And she's got to do a lot of hits. So I'm going to try it again with the special roll. So we need 4, 5, 7, 8, and the chaos die. That was good. That was fantastic. That is enough to kill him. That was just great. Okay, we did now 5, 8 hits. Now I'm gonna roll 8 dice for the avoidance, but now I think we can really hope for the best. Okay, he managed to avoid 3, but that means we still did 5 hits. And that means we finally managed to kill that guy, and he was really, really dangerous. Really a horrible enemy, but now he's gone. And well, we don't really get any reward for that. That's a shame, actually. Okay, I got 1 action left. What I could do is I could attack this guy here, the scavenger, with my bare hands. What are the odds? They are very low. I could use the lucid dream. Which would allow me to use also my rapid eye movement ability, but without using pills. Hard to tell. Okay, why not? I think I will do it. So I'm going to place another marker here on the 5. That allows me now to roll 9 dice, which is a little bit overpowered, I guess, against this scavenger. But I don't want to be attacked by him, so I'll do it. And yeah, this is definitely 1, 2, 3 hits. And that is enough. Oh, it's just enough. But okay, so we managed to kill him. That allows us to bring this down to here. And we actually survived, and we're still in a pretty good shape. So then we are allowed to move the cat. And I made a mistake last time in the video. The cat is not allowed to run. I read this in the frequently asked questions. So therefore, we can only move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And she ends up here. Finally, Markus Dieter. And this poor guy, well, he also will not run. He will also simply move 1, 2, 3 spaces. And that's it. So let's draw the next movement card. A bad one again, a green one, so we will see another slasher showing up. But first it says dementia. Characters must choose to either lose 1 sanity or place a time token on an unused skill as if it was used. Well, actually I forgot to bring these 2 skills down. And I also forgot to bring this skill down. Now she is pretty good, really is pretty good when it comes to sanity. Her problem is that it's hard to tell. He doesn't have a very high sanity. Damn it. Still, I think I prefer to take 1 sanity. Now, she definitely doesn't want to take another sanity, so she will place a marker here on the bloodbath. Markus Dieter, he's also pretty insane, so he will actually put a marker here on the circle of protection. Okay, then we will have to spawn a slasher, and that guy will move in this turn. So let's see where he shows up. 1, 4, that might not be that terribly bad. That is over here. It's not good, but it could have been worse, there is no doubt. Then the warden will move from, I think this is 6 to 7. And then the monsters will move, and I'm going to do that off camera. So the monsters moved and everything was fine. I mean, these 2 guys are really close to Allison, but we were unlucky with the spawning. A scavenger spawned right next to Allison in the same space. The other guy, the mental patient, is fine. He spawned there, so he won't be a threat for a while. But we see an attack against Allison. And we got 5 dice. Allison only has 1 defense. So we got to fight through here. And we were, again, pretty lucky. I'm rolling poor for both sides, actually. So right now we don't have a problem there, but yeah, we'll damn it. Okay, it's now first player Allison. Well, what do we want to do now? We could use, well, first of all, this shit goes down, all one space. Okay, I mean, we got 3 actions. We might be actually able to kill that guy with our bare hands. And honestly, I think this is maybe the best I can do in this situation. So, I mean, I could also consider using now my medical history and draw a card from a mental disorder deck, replace one of your skills with it or discard it. Well, I think I will do this. There is not a lot to lose, I guess. So, yeah, let's see. Not sure what exactly I want to do. I think, I have no idea. I think this is pretty much for combat, but my combat modifier is very bad. Anxiety Neurosis could be a defense card. I don't know. Phobia sounds also interesting. Maybe that allows me to sneak away or something. I think I'm going to draw from this. Okay, that is... What does that say? Tassophobia. Each character gains an additional action for this round. If any character's turn has already ended, they can perform the action right after this skill is used. That is a valuable one. On the other hand, I just don't know. I don't want to give away these 3, and I think I'm going to keep these, and I'm going to throw this away. Not sure if that is such a great idea, but I think I just prefer the ones I have. Now, I got 3 actions. Although I think, and maybe that was a mistake then, yeah, that was a stupid mistake. Using this medical history was actually my first action. That was stupid, I should not have done that. I missed that. Okay, anyway. So I got now 2 actions left, which means I'm going to attack this guy with my bare hands. And that means I got 3 dice. And I only hit on a 6. And I think I had a good chance if I did it with 3 actions. But now that I used this medical history, I only got 2 actions left. And now I really have my doubts that I can do it. But we'll see. Whoa! 2 6s here. So he already took 2 wounds. Maybe I can kill him. Yes! Ha! I did it. Good punch here. And that means that she can actually bring this one down 1 space. And then she can activate the cat. Now what the cat is going to do is she's going to use that she's gonna 1, 2, yeah, she will use the bad kitty action. So she moves 1 space in here. Do I really want to use that now? Yeah, because otherwise I had to face both of these guys. So yeah, I think I'm going to move 1 space here, use the bad kitty, and it says all monsters on the space with a cat are stunned. So that means these 2 guys are stunned, and that means their defense value is 0 during this turn. Sadly, we cannot attack them with these others. That would be very cool. But in addition, they have to spend 1 action to get on their feet in the next turn. So that means I will be only attacked by the scavenger and not by this guy because he only has 1 action. Okay, the cat has 1 action left, and I think I'm going to move here then. So, by the way, yeah, I think it is an action for Cameron to give Allison the item. Now, Marcus Dieter. Okay, Marcus Dieter is gonna read that. Is he? Well, maybe not. No, Marcus Dieter is gonna try to open the door. So he reveals that. Oh shit. Ah shit, that's a problem. That's a 4. Okay. That would mean this time it's not a locked door, but the door is barricaded. That means I could either spend 4 actions to open that door, or I could spend 4 charges for my weapons to open the door, and that would not count as actions. So if it has to be fast, I could just use a weapon, but it gets damaged to get rid of the door then. The problem is I can only take 1 charge with this lobotomy spike, then it's going to be damaged, so he cannot open the door. But Ridley, she's got the crowbar. It would cost her 2 charges and 1 action to remove a door token. And the crowbar would then still be intact. I mean, just like that, but it can be used once more. So I guess this is what I want to do. This guy, he reads... Shit. Problem is then he's going to be attacked. Oh man. He's going to be attacked by the mental patient then. Fuck. Okay, anyway, there is no way around that. I'm going to read this thing here. So that means I'm going to draw a memory card. Memory strip number 2. Your childhood friend sits in the hallway waiting to meet you. His smile fades as you approach. What have they done to you? He looks around to see if you are alone, then puts his arms around you. Let me help, he whispers. Why constricting you harder? You struggle to take a breath. Soon you will be free. So he's got to pass a imagination test. His value is 8. If he should fail, he would lose a sanity, and that would then mean that his sanity value is in a critical area. That's fine. So, and he can keep that, and then if he gets a second one, he can trade that away. So he's got now one action left. I wonder if I should use the backside manner. I could heal Ridley, for example. Or I could give me one sanity back. I think I want to heal Ridley. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. So I'm going to use that thing. Recover 3 wounds to you or a character on the same space as you. So that means Ridley is completely fit again. Which doesn't exactly help him, that's the problem, but okay, now maybe I've got an idea here. Ridley could move here. She could, and the idea is not to open the door. Ridley moves in here and attacks this guy. And maybe she can kill him, and then she can move back. Now, let's see. I mean, well, first this goes down one space. This goes down. So that's actually a cool idea. She could use the ambush to stun that guy. Yeah, that sounds like maybe a reasonable option. Okay, I think I want to do that. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to use 2 actions on that door. So that means I can remove 2 of these barricades. Then I'm going to use my ambush ability that costs me another action. Move 1 space in any direction and stun all monsters on the space you arrive on. So I can move here, stun that guy. And now, and actually, now that I remember that, you can, shit, I forgot about that. You can, move a stunned monster away in any legal direction. And that is pretty awesome because that allows me to move these 2 guys here. I'm not sure if it is allowed to move them through doors. I think it isn't. But I can definitely move them here so they will not attack me in the next turn. That is cool. That's really cool. And she can then push this guy out here. And then she has an action left to move back into this room. And then in the next room they can basically open the door and they should have enough time to get out of here. Okay. So then it's the monsters again. Okay, again, this is really a problem with this game. It's a pretty big rulebook. You got about, 30 pages of rules or something. They give you a glossary here, which is by no means complete. The funny part is that the glossary is not in alphabetical order. It seems completely randomly thrown in there. Okay, you got the monster keywords here and some other keywords here, but I was searching for stunned, and after looking through everything here from top to bottom, I could not find it. And yeah, as I said, it's all pretty confusing here. Then I was continuing checking the symbols here. Well, we have here fire, holy, ghostly, power, frost. So it's obviously not here, right? So I continued, and there are somewhere back here, there are more symbols, but that also didn't really help. So in the end, I checked again here, and I found out that I checked the combat rules here, where you got also some special stuff in there, but it's not mentioned. Now I found out power. If at least one damage is dealt, the enemy is stunned. Okay, so if you check now for a power attack, there you find the explanation what stunned actually means. And it actually works the way that I thought it did. But this is really an issue with this game, especially when you're starting. This is a game where you have to look up a lot of things, all the special abilities of the monsters, the special abilities of your characters, the different attack things. You have to look that up, and there is no player aid out there. In addition, you have to look up the special events that are triggered from the movement cards, depending on the scenarios. So you have always to page through the rules. And this is a big problem here. We have, luckily, this player aid here from BGG, but it does not seem to be complete. Anyway, they should have really come up with a player aid in the game. Well, okay, whatever. So we were able to push these guys aside, which is great, and now we will see the activation of the monsters. And this time it's a blue star, no event, which is good, but we have to spawn another elite monster. If we don't have yet 3 on the board, but it seems we do have 3. We have the little girl, we have the slasher and the guardian, so we will not spawn another one. But door tokens will be put on door spaces of rooms containing characters. So that means we gotta, well, there already is a door token here, and because it's only the shiny doors, we will not place an additional door token. We're allowed to spawn 1 additional memory shrine, and we will move the warden to number 8. We'll move the monsters and spawn these 2 new guys. So the monsters moved, no attacks this time. We were again a little unlucky with our spawn situation. We have a scavenger here, and we have a nurse here. So, Marcus Dieter, he's the first to go. Well, shit. I mean, if he destroys his lobotomy spike with 1 and then spends another action. Then he could remove the door, and then he has 2 actions left to end up here. That would mean he would not be attacked by the slasher, by the scavenger next time. Maybe that would be useful, but then our lobotomy spike is gone. On the other hand, that would give Ridley a chance to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, and she could move there. Yeah, maybe she should try that. Okay, I think I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to discard my lobotomy spike, which will place another marker there. So now I don't have a weapon anymore. And I'm going to spend 1 action. So now this thing is removed. And we're free to go. We have 2 more actions. So we can move here. And Ridley, well, yeah, she's going to run. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, she will be attacked. Question is, I think we can choose who these 2 guys, who this guy will attack. Maybe we should. That's okay. We'll leave it like that. That's okay. Okay, Allison. Well, first we activate the cat. The cat gives the... Oh, wait a minute. I forgot this again. Now the cat will give the Trazzadone to Allison. And then she's got 2 actions left. And I think what I want to do is I want to start opening this door. So I move 1 space here, and then I will reveal this door. And that's a 2. Which is not very good. But okay, I mean... Yeah. So, and then the monsters will... I think I will not move Allison. Because... But I can bring her values all down. If I move her here, she will be attacked. And I think if this guy is the same distance away from 2... people, I can choose where he goes. So I could choose that he attacks here, and I think I want to do that. Not too happy, but yeah, I think that's actually what I want to do. Although, damn it, I don't know. No, I'm gonna move in here. I want to risk that. We can then meet here in the next space, and I could actually use now my last action, or actually I still have 2 actions left. So I could, for example, I could even remove the door. I could also read the memory shrine. Hard to tell what to do here. Okay, I think I want to spend one action on the door, and I want to spend another action on reading a memory shrine. And that is memory strip 2. Your childhood friend sits in the hallway waiting to meet you. His smile fades as you approach. What the heck? That's what we just had. This is strange. What have they done to you? I don't really get that. Actually, I don't get the different memory strips. Number 2, number 5. I haven't found a rule. Maybe I missed that. That would allow you to give... Maybe you can collect them or something, but I just don't know. Okay, anyway, we're going to roll a test here again. It's an imagination test. We have a pretty good imagination of 8. And we just made it. So now we can trade these 2 memory strips to get another skill. Okay, we have look at the flowers. That really reminds me of The Walking Dead. And that's an interesting card for her because it requires her to have a weapon, but if she has a weapon, she gains a ghostly attack, which means she can reduce the defense by 1, and she gets +2 to attack rolls. That means she will hit on a 4, 5, or 6. And the cool part of that thing is that it only has a cooldown of 2. So that makes her now a much better fighter, and we might consider now from time to time, or maybe at least giving her a weapon. But that also means that we have to find a weapon somewhere, and this is really an issue at that point. We only have one weapon left, the crowbar, and that will be possibly soon destroyed too. Okay, finally, it is well, no, we're done here. This is it. So we come to the monster's turn. And again, no event this time. We got to spawn a new memory shrine. This is 2 and number 10. So that means it will be here. Yeah. There are lots of these now on this board. And there are not many monsters there, only this one monster. So maybe we actually can take the time to move there and try to somehow find some valuable stuff there. But this whole board is a trap, you know, because yeah, there is never another way out than the way you came in. It's different to this board or also the other boards. Here, you got to go in this way, and then you have to fight your way back. And this is definitely bad. Okay, the warden moves again another space, so he is now standing here. And we got to move the monsters now. Okay, again, lots of monsters following us. Some kind of mini nuke would be useful here, maybe to destroy whole tiles or whole rooms. There's really a crowd, a real horde there. And we got to face now 2 attacks. One from this scavenger against Allison, and another one from this patient against Ridley. So let's start with the scavenger. He's got 5 dice. Allison has 1 defense, but a 6 will hit anyway. And again, Allison was lucky. No damage dealt. The mental patient attacks Ridley. Yeah, okay. Oops, shit. Ugh. That was bad. Okay, she's got 1 defense, so she takes 2 wounds. Okay, let's do one more turn. Now, first player goes to Ridley. What is it she wants to do? Okay, so first of all, she ignores this guy. She's allowed to do that because of her special ability. So she simply moves in here with 1 action. I think with the other action, what I want to do is I want to give the crowbar to Allison. Okay. Then I got 2 more actions. Okay. Now, removing this haunted thing well, actually I can do it, yeah. Okay, I'm going to spend my... Well, I don't have to spend the instance. I'm simply going to use it and exercise that haunted altar. So I can remove this altar now from the board. And that means that... at this moment, we will have to... No, that's actually not true. Okay, we have to exercise a second haunted space, and then the next scenario will be triggered. Sometimes it is actually triggered while you're still working on the first scenario. Okay, so we did that. And now with our last action, I will open the door. No, that is a stupid idea. I forgot. Well, I might want to do it anyway. Yeah, I think I want to open the door. So, and now it's Allison. Okay, what does she want to do? Well, Allison first wants to use the crowbar and the look at the flowers action to attack the, well, first all her abilities. The cooldown takes place, which is a good thing. So she uses the crowbar and the flowers action to do an attack against the scavenger. That means she has now, let's see, she's got 5 dice, plus 2 to attack rolls. So she hits on a 4 to 6. With a little bit of luck, she should be able to do that. And she is, very good. Sadly, another token is placed on the crowbar, but the crowbar can take up to 6 tokens. Anyway, this look at the flowers ability is very, very strong. So that scavenger goes away. That was her first action. And as a second action, she's now going to attack the nurse. And I think she's going to do that with her lucid dream ability. Well, but she could actually at this time reduce one thing, so she's going to reduce the attack as a reward for killing a monster. And then she's going to use the lucid dream ability. Attack with your rapid eye movement ability. She doesn't lose a drug. Gains an extra fight dice. And fire or power. So I'm going to take fire. Will I? What exact? Wait a second. Enemy defense reduced by 1. Ah, shit! I forgot that. I messed this up with the ghostly thing, but okay. Anyway, so enemy defense is reduced by 1. That means the nurse has no defense anymore. We need to do 5 damage, and we got 9 dice. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 dice. So with a little bit of luck, we can do that. And that looks very good. I think this is enough. 3, 4, yeah, we did 6 damage. So the nun is also killed. Not the nun, sorry. There is actually a monster which is a possessed nun. So yeah, the nun is killed, and that will allow us to bring another one of these down. And I think I'm going to reduce the lucid dream right away. So I feel like we kind of managed to get out of this situation in a pretty good way. And we'll see how things continue. I mean, these guys, they're all behind us. And then it's Marcus Dieter, and yeah. So this is removed. This goes down 1 space. So what does he want to do? He is in a little bit of trouble now. Okay, I think what I can do with him is I can move here, and then in the next turn well, actually I think I can even move here. It doesn't really matter because I can still choose where this guy goes, and if I move him here, if we all work together, we should be able to bring him down, and then I think we're in a pretty good position. Yeah, okay. So he ends up here, and yeah, that was then the player's turn, and we're going to draw a movement card for the monsters. Can't run, can't hide. Ugh. That sucks. Monsters gain +1 action for this turn. So we were kind of lucky that we moved away from here, that we didn't stop here, because then he would have been attacked by both of these scavengers. Still, this is a very painful card. And then we would have to spawn another slasher. Luckily, because there's only 1 haunted altar on the board left, that is not the case, because there cannot be more slashers than haunted altars. And in addition, we will move the warden 1 more space, so he is now at 10. And shit, where is the 10? This is sometimes also a little problem. There it is. Okay, so he's here. So I would say we're definitely no longer in time here, but okay. And then we got to move the monsters and spawn these two guys here. Look at this possession of insanity. This is really horrible. I mean, we have now here, coming right through the wall, the ghostly girl, and then we have two of these scavengers here. Mental patient, a scavenger, a mental patient, a nurse, a slasher. Here we have a mental patient, and he will attack now one of these guys, and he will attack the one with the lower defense value. In this case this is even, so then they will attack the one with less hit points, and that is going to be Allison. So Allison will get attacked by the mental patient. Let's see if she's still lucky. And she is indeed. No problems here. But, well, we have a ton of problems apart from that. We really got to run for it now. We have here the slasher, the scavenger blocking the way. Because of that extra activation, he just made it through here. This girl, I mean, she is so horribly fast. She was just a few turns ago, she was sitting here, right? But I mean, she can simply move like this, okay? Which is just ridiculous, because she can move through walls. So yeah, that's a big problem. Luckily, he didn't remain here in the closet, otherwise he would be probably in big trouble by now. So yeah, we will see. I mean, maybe we can, I think we should be able to kill this guy and then somehow run out of the room so that we can get away from these guys, and yeah. There still is a chance. I mean, it's not looking that bad, but the problem is that these suckers, they remain on the board, right? And we somehow have to deal with them. And this is really a ton of guys. And I'm simply not that strong. I need some specific option to deal with them. And right at the moment, I don't see that. I mean, I have that flame on here. And this thing comes with an area of effect damage. And that's pretty cool, because that basically means that I can attack a space and not only a specific monster on that space. And that means I could roll 4 dice for every monster on that space, and then each monster has to take at least 1 hit, but the rest of the hits I can distribute in any way I want. So that is definitely an option in these kind of situations. Okay, still we need to find some more equipment, and we're gonna have a very hard time. It's not gonna be that hard to get in there, but it's gonna be very hard to get out of there alive again. And well, we'll see. So I'm gonna load this up now. Hope to see you on the next video or on lonesome.gamer.com. Bye.